Hello, racing folks. Welcome back to my channel. Very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Mysore Buddha, 11th January 2023. Races, 7 race card, folks. The card on the surface looks punter friendly, but you never know, folks. This is a mini gambling den. Actually, all the centers are mini gambling den. And why shouldn't it be? It's the punters who support, folks. It's not the other way around. So government gets taxes, etc., etc. People buy horses. The breeders make money. So it's a vicious cycle. So punters have all the right to gamble. There is no question about. Otherwise, racing won't survive, folks. But do me a big favor, folks. Do watch opening odds, middle odds, and the closing odds before you put your hard-earned or borrowed tenner. Please don't borrow and bet, folks. It's a very bad thing to do. Just gamble what you can afford to lose. There are no guarantees. There are no certainties. This is racing, folks. Too many permutation combination in handicapping theory. Too many variables. Yesterday in Delhi, last race, there was a horse, favorite number 1, Carlos from Bombay horse. He stood out like a sore thumb, having run with Hela and very good companies. The odds went from 1.5 to 10 to 1, folks. Closing odds 10 to 1. I wanted to bet place. I called the bookie. He said, "Hey, Nilesh bhai, are you crazy?" I still insisted. He said, "Whatever you say, this odd, I'll fill in." Horse did come third. Anyways, trying to tell you is do watch the odds, folks. The other thing is, it's very sad. You guys, some of you are penny wise and pound foolish. Try to save the $500 to bet without watching the horses. It doesn't work that way, folks. You have to learn what to watch in the paddock. The first race in Delhi, there was the 30 paisa on money favorite. The horse was not going around in circles in paddock, and then was refusing to go to the gate. Then after then the jockey got up, again they walked, again jockey got up, again the jockey. I mean, there's a very, very bad sign of a racehorse. In India, I see they lack what is called schooling. We do extensive schooling because they go for the first time. They don't know what the hell is going on. They've never been there before, and all sorts of issues were there, and the horse lost. So, moral of the story is, folks, you have to learn to watch paddock. If you don't know what to watch in paddock, I am there with you, folks. You learn. A lot of boys are learning even now, giving me advice. This is high knee action. This is neck is arch, etc., etc. I feel very good about it. So do join in my pre-channel, folks. I may not be able to give you 100% result in all the horses who's going to cross the wire, but I can save you a lot of money by saying this coat is dry. Periwinkle was a very dry coat. It was a Bombay horse again. So all these small things matter a lot, folks, more than handicapping. I've been telling you guys, those who believe me are now biggest fan of mine. Anyways, going to the races, folks. Race number 1, it's a Babuddin, some plate, 3-year-old only, 1200 meters. Horse number 1, Swagatam, is a very, very good specimen of his sire. His first run was very good. He can repeat, in my opinion, if he's fit in the paddock and not lost a lot of body weight. Also watch body weight, folks, very important, especially for 3 years old. There is a horse called Tom Cruise. He ran in a million race. And there is a last horse called Sparkling Night. He's working well. I'll decide in the paddock, but my first choice is Swagatam. Watch the betting on also. Race number 2, folks, it's a Humphrey Plate, 1400 meters, class 4. For some strange reasons only known to the owners and the trainer, Lovely Thoughts is now running in a steel shoes. Maybe it's a decent horse, has been running well in a class, above class, meaning it's demoti now. He was running in class 3. Maybe they're still trying to get him down in the handicap. That could be reason. But anyways, he can come in the money. As a horseman, folks, I can tell you that it would not make no difference to a horse whether he's running in steel shoes or aluminum. It's only their intent, which is very important. It's nice of some owners that when they are going to gamble, we know their intent is their positive intent. Otherwise, a futile exercise on our part to try to handicap when they are so-called quote-unquote not on job. It took me many years to understand this not on job kind of thing, coming from US and coming from Gosden Stable. We never had not on job kind of thing. Anyway, a lovely thought is okay horse, he can be in the money. Spiritual force is a light horse but always runs his heart out, can be in the money. Vandan is another one. Today folks, there are minimum 1 dozen horse running less than 400 kilos, my benchmark. Please try to stay away, maybe one may win. They can place, but winning is very difficult. Kushak is another one who will be favorite. And the horse that I like in this race is the horse called Me and My and Me Only or something like that. Imran Khan is riding. He's a very good race horse. Watch the betting. It's also owned by a friend of mine. They are also betters, but not as big as some other folks. But if betting comes, the horse would be on a job, and I like his run. The last time also he was sort of not fully on job, but Imran Khan kind of judged the horse. That's what I think, what they were planning to do. And maybe today they will bet a decent amount. Next race, folks, is a big no-no for me. It's a class 5 race, folks. There are too many horses, first of all, running. And there are minimum 6 or 7 horses in there which are less than 400 kilos. Watch the body weight. Lead singer had some issues last time. He's dropping from class 4 to 5. Maybe I'll look. But I'm not betting. Very good other races are there, folks. So only place bet, and that too in paddock if I like something. Race number, folks, is 1400 meters, Ooty Plate, class 4. Kushak is a very light frame horse, but tries very hard. And one thing I learned from Gosden was he loved the horses which tries very hard. He comes when almost race is over, but makes a very gallant effort to come in the money and all. The horse that I like here is a horse called O Kanhaiya. He's not been very straightforward, so to speak, but also ran in some better horses than what is today. The favorite in that race may be Coyote Girl, which I don't like because of the weight. Body weight is less than 400 kilos, but she is a okay horse. She can be in a money. But O Kanhaiya, watch the betting. If the betting comes, A. Anthony Raj is again riding. It should be a decent bet for me. Race number 5, folks, it's class 2 race. For reasons God only knows, Segera is a very good race horse, class 1 kind of an animal, but now carrying a heavy impose of 66 kilos. I don't know, they have not taken even allowance. I don't know what exactly in their mind, whether this horse can win with this, with a heavy impost of 66 kilos. I don't know, it's something to think about. Douglas would be an on-money favorite, folks. But there is an issue that last year and even this year, I think, these horses coming from Bangalore, they share a float. And that float comes quite late. And then next day morning they run. Before it wasn't like that. Before many years they used to come 2-3 days before. I do not know exactly what the logistics are now. But that is the reason why some of the Bangalore horses with a decent form had lost in Mysore with some Buddha horses. So I'd be very skeptical of betting on money. Douglas, I would not know the body weight. I would not know whether he has had a dinner. I don't know whether he was asleep at night. All sorts of issues are there when you are a horseman who have worked like me in the backstretch. Then you know the horses are like human beings, you know. You travel from Hyderabad to Mysore and you're not at a sleep. Somebody asks you to run. It's very difficult. Abalor has a very good 200-meter dash. and contributor always runs his race. And there are some characters in here who are very speedy. Douglas likes to go start to finish. That is another issue I don't like, because if he gets hooked up with some no hopper till the bend, he may lose all the energy by the bend. Race number 6, folks. It's a There's a horse called Amazonia. He's a decent racehorse, but top weight is a little concern of mine. Achuk is a moody fellow, but he also has one dash that he saves if it's ridden properly. Johnny Bravo, for again some strange reason, gets the steel shoes. Technically, does that mean he's not on job? We don't know. Tia Maria tries very hard. He's a light kind of frame horse. Parker is one of my favorite horse who had some bad luck, bad draw, but runs his race honestly. Watch the betting. I made decent money betting him 2 times in place at a okay odds kind of thing. Race number 7, folks. Last race of the day. There's one horse really stands out. The horse is Article 15. A late debutant who debuted at a late age of 5, but impressed in both his runs, and is running at my magic number of 50 kilos, folks. They just get wings, let me tell you. At 50 kilos, they can fly, they can ward off any horse they want to ward off. But it's owned by a very big better, folks. So watch the betting trend. If he is not happy, he may not bet. You don't know what's going to happen with the odds and all. Viva la Vida can place. So I really like Article 15. 4 horses I like for the day. Swagatam, O Kanhaiya, and Article 15, and Tia Maria. But this is a gambling, folks. I mean, me and any handicapper you are following, market is much smarter than all of us combined. Odds fluctuate very wildly, from opening odds to middle odds to last odds. So you do watch last, bet as last as you can. You have to have this discipline, folks. Otherwise you'll be thrown out of this game before you blink. If you are in a hurry to bet it, initial odds, it becomes a mess afterward. You have a good one, folks. Gamble sensibly. Do try to come online. It's free. It's the same link as this for my paddock review. I may not be correct. Nobody can be correct for all 7 races, but I may tell you 2-3 horses to stay away from. At least that much will do you a good. Okay, bye-bye, folks. Thanks for watching.